A very good afternoon from the sports desk. Let's head to Morocco, where the Women's Africa Cup of Nations is taking place. Banyana Banyana are just a match away from being crowned reigning African queens. South Africa takes on tournament host Morocco in the final on Saturday at 10 p.m. SA time. For more on this, we're joined by ENCA's Tsepo Tobani. He is in Mamelodi, where he will be chatting with coach Greg Mashilo. Mashilo was the second coach to lead the national women's team to the final of Afcon, and coincidentally, current coach Desiree Ellis was actually part of that team. Good afternoon, Tsepo. I know you are currently with Ntate Mashilo, so I'm going to hand over to you for your chat.
Thank you, Nandi. We are here in Mamelodi East, the home of Mamelodi Sundowns FC ladies who won the CAF Champions League for the first time. Maybe this is an indication or a signal that things might go our way tomorrow night. Well, as you mentioned, I've got Ntate Greg Mashilo, of course, the former Banyana Banyana coach. Ntate Greg, thank you so much for your time. Let's go back to the time. You are the second coach to qualify the team to a Afcon final after, of course, Ntate Shakes Mashaba. At that time, how was female football compared to now?
Yo, Tsepo, good afternoon and good afternoon to the viewers. Yes, at that time it was very difficult because there was no league structure. It was only clubs of ladies playing on a social cohesion situations. And we pick up coaches, players during the interprovincial tournaments of SAFA. And that's where now they started to be active in football. But we struggled a lot in that fashion, but we managed because our knowledge in football made us to make this player to be able to play. And especially their raw talent that they had, it gave us an advantage to that effect.
Tate Greg, looking at the fact that the current Banyana coach, Desiree Ellis, was your player back in the days, seeing her now, this is her second Afcon final, I'm sure it makes you proud.
Definitely, Tsepo. And, it shows out we as South Africans, we can make for ourselves. We don't need somebody else to tell us what to do. As you can see, the experience that she had during his playing days, and she grew within the structures of SAFA, and especially in football in South Africa. Hence, as of now, she's now the best of all the coaches so far in the women's football.
Looking at the current Afcon tournament, of course, South Africa started in a fantastic fashion, beating Nigeria convincingly, but in their group matches they dropped and then they picked up in the knockout stages. Do you think now, facing a Morocco side that is playing at home, what should Coach Desiree Ellis and the team do to make sure that they come out victorious?
It's so good for our players to be themselves. There's no need for them to be artificial. You must not even take into consideration the sprays, the rays that will be shown, or the crowd itself. What they are doing now is entrenched in them. The style of play is theirs. There's nobody that can change that. If they can continue playing the way they've been playing since the beginning of the tournament, let alone where now they even dropped a little bit after the Nigerian encounter, they have to be themselves, and definitely we can be victorious at the end of the day.
It's a final, Mr. Mashilo. We are missing Thembi Kgatlana because of injury. Do you think it's going to play a role or not? Is it going to play a role?
Not necessarily to play a role. Definitely we have players. Why the selection of 26 players? It means now we still have the workforce. And all those players were selected on merit. They can contribute a lot. It's just a question of saying, let us give them motivation and encouragement and forget about the injured, our beloved Thembi.
Despite South Africa being in the final, they've been guilty of missing goal score, clear-cut chances. How crucial is now us finally we got to the final via a controversial penalty. How crucial is it for the coach to ensure that at least tomorrow night, when the girls get a chance, they score the opportunities they create?
That's where it matters most now, Tsepo, because our girls, yes, they had all those qualities. There are plus minus 27 factors of scoring a goal. And they've been displaying those qualities. It's just that they have to be themselves. Let alone the word of saying there must be composure. There's nothing to say composure. They know how to score goals. Let them be themselves, then they'll be able to score. Definitely, yes, we are running short of goals in order to win. Because at this level or at this stage, we don't need to say they have to be trained how to score goals. No, they have to implement what they know. And that's what it matters most to say, go girls, go and do whatever you know. Forget about the crowd, forget about whoever is near you, just do your own thing. As you're playing here at home, in the streets, or in the fields of Hollywood beds.
Finally, how crucial is the role of senior players such as Van Wyk and Nokumatlo?
Oh, outstanding, Nokumatlo, Van Wyk. Whereas, no matter she hasn't played yet, but Nokumatlo, she's the motivator. You could see what it matters most at the back. That gives us the foundation or the cracks of our spine, which is more crucial, because from Matlo to the Mary Janes in the middle field and to Sopasewe up front there, that's the spine. And if we have that strong, nevertheless, nobody will touch us.
Thank you so much, Coach. That is former Banyana Banyana coach Greg Mashilo, of course, telling us about his predictions and what advising Banyana Banyana what to do tomorrow night to ensure that they win the encounter.
All right, thank you very much, Tepo. I will be catching up with you a little bit later on. That was ENCA's Tepo Tobane, joined by former Banyana Banyana coach Greg Mashilo. All right.